So what do you do if you are naturally prone to pelvic floor muscle tightness, but you feel like you need to be stronger? Okay, so part of that is down regulating the tightness, but another part of that is knowing the key muscles to work within the pelvis to assist with naturally lifting the pelvic floor so the pelvic floor doesn't have to do all the work. All right, I want you to join me if you can. Let's go ahead and lie down and we're going to run through an experiment to see if you can feel your pelvic floor naturally lifting. All right, so go ahead and find something to squeeze between your knees. And we're going to give this a little bit of a just rest for a second. I want you to feel where your pelvic floor is. I want you to relax your pelvic floor, feel the state of your pelvic floor. Now, place something between your knees, and I want you to give it a good squeeze. And then I want you to feel what happens at your pelvic floor. So without you doing anything to your pelvic floor, without lifting or contracting those pelvic floor muscles, you should have felt a little bit of a natural kind of gather in your pelvic floor area. So give that a try. So take away the block, feel, relax, put something there, towel roll, pillow, anything to squeeze, give it a good squeeze and see if you feel that natural lift. So including adductor exercises in your workout, because our adductors help to naturally lift our pelvic floor up, can really go a long way for getting a great state of the pelvic floor without having to do Kegels. And likewise, if you have trigger points in your adductor, so you've got muscle tightness in these adductor muscles and it feels tight, or you feel like, oh, I've got some tender spots when I feel them, that can also affect or play into your pelvic floor contraction and how good of a pelvic floor contraction you can get. So releasing that adductor muscle can really go a long way for getting a great pelvic floor contraction. So what if you keep dealing with recurrent adductor tightness and you feel like no matter what you do, you can't get those adductors to let go? Well, usually in that case, that's telling me somebody needs glutes. All right, so then I would take a look at what's happening at the glute medius, minimus, and maximus to see if we can layer on some glute strength to help give the adductors a break. And in the front, I would take a look at the psoas and see what's happening with the psoas. Does the psoas have support from the transverse abdominals? Does the psoas have enough kind of running room to be really strong? Or is it the femur shoved forward in the socket, really putting a lot of stress on that psoas to help have to contain the femur? So you've got a lot of layers that are coming on here that can lead to or perpetuate pelvic floor tightness. So it's all about peeling back those layers to figure out what's contributing to that tightness that is making it so it won't go away. So once you get those layers peeled back, you get some strength built, then oftentimes the pelvic floor tightness will naturally go away.